we're going to start a 4-week series on the new real estate market and marketplace. And I want to talk about 4 different subject areas that are fairly popular today. I want to talk about Zillow. I want to talk about smartphones. I want to talk about lending after the crash, 2008. And then underwater, no more. And that's referring to properties that after the crash were underwater. And we'll talk about that later. So I'm going to talk about those 4 subjects today. I'm going to talk about Zillow. Zillow, as most of you already know, is a gigantic company. They just bought out their biggest competitor not long ago, Trulia, who's now a subsidiary of Zillow. And what they're doing is they're pretty much the MLS, or what they're doing is they're taking local MLSs all across the country and putting it on the internet. So at their site. So now people, and this is the major difference of pre-Zillow and now post-Zillow or Zillow in our lives today, is prior to Zillow, people didn't have access to the local MLSs. The agents did. And so they wouldn't have that data, the information that the agents have. So buyers would have to go to the agent to get information about the house. Well, that's not the case no more, especially in areas that have gone with Zillow, which our area recently has, meaning that their active properties are now live on Zillow. So the active properties in the MLS have gone live for the agents that allow it, and most of them do, have now gone live on Zillow. Therefore, lay people on the streets interested in purchasing a house can go to Zillow, bypassing the agent and getting that information. Now the fear for the real estate industry is that the agency will become obsolete because the public can go straight to Zillow and straight to the MLS, so on and so forth, and get that information and bypass the agent. But the reality is there's always going to be a need for the human touch. I believe there's going to be a need for a broker agent to put the deal together and then keep the deal together. The negotiating, taking care of all the important forms that are included. Now I will say this, the buyer's agent may become a thing of the past. Not completely, but I think these days with sophisticated buyers going to a site like Zillow where they have complete access to the active listings, can bypass a buyer's agent, go directly to the listing agent and do a deal that way. And so I think there's more pressure on buyer agencies today. I still recommend going with the buyer's agent because the agent will look after your best, look after your needs. They'll look after you, and they'll negotiate for you and generally get you a better deal than without. So that's our discussion on Zillow today.